Just curious. If magic works, why would you need to sell knowledge for money? Could you not just use magic to create money in your life? Doesn't make any sense. That's a good question, so let's get into it. All right, so the short answer to the question is I am using magic to manifest money. It's just that you have a misconception of money magic. Sure, you can do magic here and there for monetary gain and have it manifest from a bunch of random sources, as magic manifestation is highly unpredictable. Just like the orange ball sigil, you can have things manifest, as many people have done when they least expect it in a bizarre number of ways. The problem with manifesting money in this way is that it's a highly inefficient way of doing money magic. You would have to constantly keep doing spells. You'd never know where it's coming from or how much it's going to be or if it'll even manifest at all. There is no one who has a perfect batting average. There are some at-bats that you are going to strike out on. So it's just an inefficient way of doing money magic. However, it does have its merits in place. Because first, it can show you that magic is real by just having unexpected money turn up after you do a magic ritual. Much like the orange ball sigil proves to people that there is something to this. And despite being somewhat inefficient, it can be useful for those who work 9 to 5s. Now, for someone who owns their own business and works for themselves, there are better options which we'll get into. But for someone just working a regular job, extra money is always good. Because when you work for somebody else, money magic is usually going to be either trying to get a raise, trying to find a better paying job, or just trying to get extra money from an unexpected source. And when that's the case, that's fine. But just don't expect to win the lottery and become mega millions overnight, which unfortunately is a misconception of a lot of people when it comes to magic and money. Because they feel that if you're going to do magic for money, why not just do it to win the lottery? And I went over this in the How to Win the Lottery Using Magic video. But we don't pin our magical strategy on the lottery the same reason we don't pin our non-magical strategy on the lottery. There's too many people going for it. Out of all these years here on this YouTube channel, we've only had one person ever claim that they've won the lottery using magic. And in particular, using my magic methods. Which, by the way, if they're listening, they still haven't sent that money that they promised me when they were all grateful at the time of the win. It seems that that had been put aside. But with that, I cannot verify if it's even true. Somebody could have made that up. Why they would do so, I don't know. But we've only had one claim and it remains unverified. Going for something that everyone else is going for does not mean that you'll get it. Because other people are using magic. You're not the only one. Now, if no one else is using magic, then it can definitely give you an edge. But the sheer amount of people that are going for these huge lottery wins is going to make it difficult to do even with magic. It's not impossible, but it's also not smart to play against the odds. A smarter way to use money magic is to set up channels or revenue streams, because magic always follows logical means. We've talked about it a few times where somebody will do money magic, but they don't have any money channels open to them. They don't have any real way of money getting to them without a family member dying and leaving them an inheritance of money. It happens. It has happened. I had somebody contact me not that long ago who had a family member died, and they were very upset with me that I didn't mention that this was a possibility earlier on. And that's why we bind down the action not wanted. But even so, if you don't have any avenues for the money to reach you, then your money magic is going to be hit and miss. And the less channels you have, the more miss your money magic is going to be. And this is why it's a good idea to do a road opener before money magic so that you can open up some of these avenues for you. Money doesn't like to come in dribs and drabs. That is not the nature of money. Money needs to flow. It flows in and it flows out. Just like air, you breathe in and then you breathe out. Just like water, the tide comes in, the tide flows out. Money has a flow. And you need to think of money in this way to get a true grasp on the nature of money. Okay, so knowing this, you're going to find that it's far better for you to have revenue streams and use your magic to support them than it is for you to do magic for money from unknown and random sources. To get $100 here, maybe $1,000 there, in dribs and drabs instead of having a constant flow and stream. And this is why, as a business person or someone who's working for themselves, it is more efficient to use magic to support your revenue streams and open channels than it is to leave it up to chance and the divine. Magic follows the path of least resistance. So sometimes money will come from an unexpected source. I do on occasion get surprise money. But 9 times out of 10, it comes through my revenue streams because those are channels that are open to me and it's the path of least resistance. Magic always manifests through logical means. That's why it always seems like a coincidence. It's going to make it seem like it was just an ordinary happening, except that you know that you did magic to make that happen. So when you have a business, it makes it real easy for the divine to make it look like it was just an influx of money through your business. I have no doubt in my mind that I would not be nearly as successful if I didn't do magic along with what I'm selling. So why sell the knowledge? Because that's what I have to sell. That's what I'm good at. That is what I have of value to offer. Magic is what I enjoy doing, teaching and learning, and experiencing. And I'm not going to apologize for making a living doing what I enjoy. A lot of people find that what I have to offer is quite valuable. And because of that, it's a revenue stream so that money can flow. It's an open channel to me. That makes it much easier for money magic to manifest than without it. Because if the magic can't find an open channel, then it's either not going to manifest or it'll manifest in a way that you don't want it to. Okay, so I hope this helps clears up some of these misconceptions about money and magic. Because I've said it a number of times on this channel that action supports the magic and magic supports the action. And even though you can manifest something to magically appear upon your lawn, that's not necessarily the best way to do your money magic. It's much more efficient and reliable to have a real world way for that money to reach you than for it to just fall out of the sky. That doesn't make magic any less real. There is no way that I would be where I am today and doing as well as I'm doing without magic. This I know without a doubt. And the best way to do money magic in that circumstance is to do magic that is ongoing, such as thought forms, servitors, magic that you can set it and forget it, the magical checkbook and the Nganga pot of dirt from the Secrets of Wealth program. Things that are going to work continuously to help bring in that money through your revenue streams than to constantly have to do spell after spell after spell after spell. You want to set up your money magic with perpetual motion, because that will help the money to flow. The Secrets of Wealth is the program that's essentially going to give you your own magical printing press for cash. There's a reason that it's my top-selling program with the most testimonials, because it's helped countless people turn their financial situations around. To put it quite simply, it works. It's going to go over the most important factor that determines the wealth of someone, correcting habits that keep you from prosperity, the first thing that you should invest in when you're low on cash, how the state of your home will affect your income, how to use a checkbook ledger to increase your wealth, something that the banks have been doing forever, how to increase your income with a pot of dirt, and how to get cash quickly using some eggs. A whole host of money magic is within the Secrets of Wealth. Don't just take my word for it. Go to the page and check out the testimonials. You can get the Secrets of Wealth and other Mind and Magic programs over at mindandmagic.com today. Now, one last thing of importance here. I didn't know that this is what I was going to be doing at the time. So I don't want anybody to think that they need to have everything pre-planned out, what they're going to be doing, what their products are, what their revenue stream is going to be before doing money magic. That would miss the point entirely. Because what I'm trying to explain in this video is how the flow of money works and how that pertains to magic. why it's better to have a revenue stream so that money can flow rather than to do one-off magic spells, having money at random amounts, manifest at random times, and to dispel a lot of the misconceptions that people have about money, magic, and money magic. What I'm not saying is that you should wait and set up a business and a revenue stream before doing money magic. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you should at least have some money channels open to you, whether it's through your employer. Perhaps you could consider a side thing, but don't let any of that stop you from doing money magic. Because I had no idea that this is what I would be doing when I started money magic. I would just take my little one-off money manifestations and reinvest them because I decided early on that magic had to pay for itself or I wasn't doing magic because it was far too expensive of an interest to be in without it paying for itself. And if the magic wasn't working, then why would I put any more money into it? So I decided early on that the magic had to pay for itself. And then as it did, I put that money back into it and then eventually started doing YouTube videos talking about it. And then a couple years later, I was developing programs and then it just grew into this business. But the magic and the divine did all the heavy lifting. I was just kind of along for the ride in this. That's how I know that the magic was helping support my actions. You know, it's had its unique set of challenges, but at no point did I ever think that I was struggling through this process. And part of that process was growing my revenue stream so that the money could flow. So don't think you have to have everything set up ahead of time. You don't want the excuse to not do money magic. You still want to do it and then grow it to where you can get to this point. Just make sure to bind down the action not wanted so that nobody passes away in the midst of bringing you money. And do a road opener if you don't have any money avenues open to you. This is part of the money magic, opening those revenue streams to you. In fact, it's the most important part, so that it can take the path of least resistance into your bank account. Okay, so I hope you found this informative. Leave a like and share it if you did. Consider leaving a super thanks or joining our Inner Circle membership where you can get early access to these videos and exclusive content. There are more reward tiers over at Patreon and Subscribestar. Follow me on social media. Links will be on screen and in the description. And I will see you soon. Take care.